Let me share this on the screen. Hold on.
Go ahead. Okay. Yep. Now, I don't necessarily think this is the exact direction that they're going. I do think that, yes, I think Robert Downey Jr. will play Victor Von Doom, and not necessarily a Tony Stark variant. I think he's just going to play a variant of the character Victor Von Doom that just so happens to look like Tony Stark. And then eventually I think we're going to get a really cool showdown between, like, I see it leading up to a showdown between Spider-Man and Doctor Doom, because what I want to see happen on the screen, and I think a lot of fans would really enjoy seeing that whole dynamic where it was like Tony was like a father figure to Peter, right?
Yes.
Throughout the MCU. So now it's kind of like the role has changed, and now we have to see the student defeat the mentor in kind of in like a multiversal type way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Tony, but it is Tony. But like I said, let's go back to just the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU. I don't think we're limited to just him being Doctor Doom. I think this opens up all the possibilities. I think we very much could see him back in the Iron Man suit. We could very much see Iron Man go up against Doctor Doom. It's all possible. The possibilities are endless. Do I think it's desperation? That's hard to say, because I think that Marvel was in a desperate situation and they had to do something after the whole situation with Jonathan Majors. Now, I don't want to get into that situation, but it was obvious that they were going to have to do something. They were going to have to pivot. They were going to have to go in a new direction. Did they make the right choice by doing this? Well, time will tell. We won't know until we see the end results. But I think it has the potential to be great. I think that after seeing the direction that Marvel wants to go, after watching Deadpool and Wolverine, I think that the multiverse possibilities are open and anything can happen. So
here's a good point that Hold My DualShock does say. Do you think RDJ will have an accent? What do you guys think?
I think he could do it. I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, he can pull it off. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is an actor, bro. I mean, he's not like The Rock, where The Rock plays The Rock in every character. You know what I'm saying? Like, after seeing him in Oppenheimer, like, holy shit, dude. Like, you know why he needed that, because he wanted to separate himself from this superhero genre. He still wanted to show the world, like, fuck, I'm Robert Downey Jr. and I can act. Like, I'm an actor. Right. You know what I mean? So take that, apply it to this new role. I think he's going to act. I think we are going to see a different side. I do not think we're going to get Tony Stark all over again. I think we are going to see him actually take this character seriously, play him. He's just going to happen to, I just think he's going to be a variant of Victor Von Doom that just so happens to look like Tony Stark. That's what I think.
Whether wrong or right, whether you agree with it or not, it was a calculated decision that Feige made, and I happen to have footage of what was going on inside the meeting rooms at WBD when this information dropped that Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. was coming back as Victor Von Doom. So this is exactly what happened. This is real-time footage inside their studio. This is what happened.
Hey, Phil, can you highlight Sin Havoc's comment? Spider-Man versus Doom? Highly doubtful.
Where are you?
Spider-Man versus Doom. Highly doubtful. Not Tom Holland, maybe Miles Morales. No, Sin. It's going to be Tom. It has to be Tom.
It has to be Tom. Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Hold on. There we go.
It has to be.
Yeah, no, I agree. It doesn't make sense to be Miles, because think about it, Sin. You have, like Rob said, the student has to face his mentor now, because in the first 3 Spider-Man movies, he was just a kid relying on Stark
Tech, exactly.
All the suits, everything, all Tony Stark, and now he's out on his own.
By the end of the third movie, he is supposed to be he's supposed to be actually embracing Spider-Man as an individual, as his own, being on his own. Nobody knows who he is anymore. No more memories of Peter Parker, no more memories of the Avengers and all that kind of stuff. He is supposed to be his own character. He has to step out of Tony Stark's shadow. So for it to come full circle and now it be the student taking down what looks like his mentor, like the emotional storytelling you could tell with Tom Holland being that Spider-Man to go up against what looks like his father figure, like that could be incredible. And I think that is the direction that they are going to go. I think that is the full circle of this entire story that they're going to tell.
Now, Sin, one thing that Miles could be introduced through Secret Wars, probably, but yeah, I agree with Rox. It makes more sense to have the mentor, face his master. But for that, you get a drop.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy here pull your head off.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. It's
gone. Okay, let's highlight one more comment from Sin Havoc here. Tom Holland Spider-Man is getting a symbiote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now
we already knew that already. Yeah.
I agree. Yes, he is getting a symbiote. But what if they're going to tell the story as it's his emotional connection to what looks like what looks like Tony Stark? Him seeing that is what's going to enable him to get that fucking suit off. You know what I mean? It's going to bring him back to reality. That's what I think they're going to do. They're going to have that.
And also him fighting the other Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
But I think that him actually seeing when that mask comes off of Doom's face and he sees what he thinks is Tony Stark, that's what's going to make clear his head. The symbiote's no longer going to be in control, and he's going to be able to give us that iconic pull where he rips off the suit.
If they're smart and they want to show us that Robert Downey Jr. is really an actor's actor, they'll make him unrecognizable, and we won't even and you won't even have the Tony Stark.
But you're going to have that, but you will because the thing is this version of Doom and this version of the Fantastic Four is not taking place in the same 616 universe as the main timeline. Mm-hmm. So that's why this is possible. That's why they should have Tom Holland Spider-Man recognize the face and be like, "Holy shit." Because it's the same face, but it's a different.
Also,
universe,
we're forgetting something else. Also, guys, is that Spider-Man we're not counting Thor here, okay? But Spider-Man is pretty much the only hero left in the roster and the 616 timeline that's relevant that people give a shit because
he's the star. He's the star.
It's not Captain America, Falcon, Black Captain America. It's not Shuri, Black Panther. It's not Shang-Chi. It's Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
He is going to be the star of these Avengers movies going forward. I know a lot of people might not like to hear that, but that's the truth.
And keep in mind, though, if this is also a smart, if Sony is smart, because they've been throwing flop after flop with these last movies with Madam Web and Morbius, they suck. So they should be smart and let MCU listen. Okay, we will continue this business relationship that we've established with you guys. We will lend you Spider-Man, Tom Holland, so you can do the MCU, so you can do the Avengers movies. So they can continue doing their the next three Spider-Man movies, his next trilogy. Everybody wins. We, the fans, we eat it up like crazy, and both these studios make money. So,
and like I said before, what
and
better
then you retire him, and then you retire Tom Holland, and that's when you bring Miles Morales.
and like I was saying before, what better way to show like that full circle moment, that what better way to do that than have the mentor defeat the student defeat the mentor? Like there's no better way to do that. It's like poetry, you know what I mean? It's beautiful if it's done properly, in my opinion.
Yep.